Here you go. I'm going to say it. One of the top 5 players in.
Right now in the NBA playoffs, there are certain players that everybody has their eyes on. And one of the biggest ones by far is that of Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks. Ever since he came into the league, he has made an impact that is frankly undeniable. He has set records, blasted expectations put upon him, and many feel it's only a matter of time before he leads the Mavericks to the NBA title. And he's got a lot of NBA legends talking about him as well. But what are they saying exactly? Allow us to show you Luka Doncic what NBA legends really think of him. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 8, Steve Nash.
And Luka is, one of the most exciting talents we've seen. I mean,
With young and potentially epic talent, there are always going to be people who compare them to greats in their sport. For example, Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban said once that Luka was a 6'7" Steve Nash. Steve Nash is a legend of the NBA and Hall of Famer. Despite his size, he was a fantastic shooter and an assist magnet. He was the leader of the Phoenix Suns for many years, and helped them be in contention for the playoffs and beyond many times, and even won the MVP twice for his efforts. Thus, the comparison means he's well-rounded, knows how to work well with the team, and more. Ironically enough, Steve Nash heard about this and weighed in on Luka, saying he's a dream prospect. High praise from a Hall of Famer, and something Luka no doubt loved. And with Steve Nash now being a coach in the NBA, you can bet that praise means even more. Because you have no doubt Nash would love to have an explosive young player like him alongside the veterans and all-stars Nash is coaching on the Brooklyn Nets.
Personality, and at such a young age to be able to take over NBA games is a very, very special repertoire or skill set. So he is a very, very unique player, even historically.
Number 7, Michael Jordan. During his historic rookie season, Luka Doncic was naturally selected for the rookie team during NBA All-Star Weekend. Through that, he got to meet Michael Jordan. Jordan and Luka had actually been compared to each other in terms of their impressive rookie years, the stats that they had put up in those years, and more. Luka deflected the comparisons though and noted that people were reading into them too much, and that Michael was one of a kind. As for their actual meeting, he noted in an interview afterward that he was so nervous he forgot to ask for a picture with him, which is again very understandable given the greatness you're next to. Oh, and it should be noted that MJ had nothing bad to say about Luka either, praising the young talent and noting that he would likely have a big future in the league. That's a smart prediction from MJ, and one that is very likely to come true barring something drastic. And not unlike Nash, Jordan would no doubt love to have a talent like him on his Charlotte Hornets. Sorry guys, he's taken. Maybe next time. Number 6, Jerry West.
I've seen a lot of special players. How many superstars are there in the league at any given time? Maybe 5 or 6? There's a difference between all-stars and superstars.
One of the all-time great players who made such a big impact on the sport that he was put on the NBA logo, Jerry West's word and beliefs on things on players is usually taken as law or gospel. As such, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that he has gone and heaped a bunch of praise on Luka Doncic. When asked to talk about Doncic and his talent, West noted that for proof of how good he is, you need to merely look at the Mavericks themselves. After losing Dirk Nowitzki, they were very much struggling. Then Luka comes around and suddenly they're a playoff team. Which is true. It took Luka only his second year to get the Mavericks into the playoffs, and he made a splash against the Los Angeles Clippers, a team West is heading up executive-wise, when he did get there. But West wasn't done. He also noted that he will be the best player the Mavericks ever had. Which is high praise, as Dirk is a Hall of Famer and was the guy who led the Mavericks to 2 NBA Finals and 1 NBA Finals victory. But given that Luka is just getting started in his career, perhaps that's why Jerry is saying that he's got his whole future in front of him to make that statement come true.
A superstar is different, and that's what he is. He'll be the best player Dallas has ever had. I have great respect for Nowitzki, but Dirk is not him.
Number 5, Charles Barkley. If we're being honest here, Charles Barkley is one of the faces of the NBA in terms of what he did both off the court and on it. Not only was he a Hall of Fame player, but he's one of the main voices of the NBA via his commentary on networks like ESPN and TNT. However, sometimes his thoughts on players can be very contrarian, compared to what the rest of the world is thinking. Just look at his thoughts on Steph Curry for proof of that. But what does he think about Luka? Well, it honestly depends on the year. Because before Luka was drafted into the NBA, Barkley said that he didn't trust foreign competition. Mainly because there's no contest to which talent is better, even dissing Luka for getting the MVP in the EuroLeague at the age of 18 because he didn't have good competition. However, when the 2019 season came around, and Luka started playing lights out, Barkley's feelings on him changed. even going so far as to say he was the real deal, and that he would be an inspiration to others like Larry Bird, Dirk, Nash, and others were. Number 4, Greg Popovich.
The young man is phenomenal. He does a great job. Such great pace, demeanor, skill. He's got the whole pack.
Oh, you thought the NBA legends only applied to the players of the game? Nope, the coaches are just as important. Especially when that coach is a future Hall of Famer due to the fact that he has led the San Antonio Spurs to 6 NBA Finals and won 5 of them. He's coached some of the best players in the history of the NBA, including Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan. So if he praises you, yeah, you're doing something right. And after seeing firsthand what Luka can do, he referred to him as a quintessential basketball player. High praise. He even went so far as to say he was built for basketball, which many of course would go and agree with. Greg also went on to praise not just his skills, but his passion for basketball and how he clearly just loved to play the game. And as if all that wasn't enough, he went and compared him to Magic Johnson. Not that he plays the same as Magic, he doesn't, but that he sees the floor like Magic Johnson does, and that's special. Want to hear what Magic thinks? Number 3, Magic Johnson.
Hey, that's right. Luka, come on to the Lakers. I like that. I like that.
Magic Johnson is easily one of the most important basketball players in the history of ever. He elevated the game alongside Larry Bird and went on to win 5 NBA titles with the Los Angeles Lakers. He knows and recognizes great talent when he sees it, so hearing his words about Luka would be very interesting indeed. For example, during the current season, Magic saw him drill a last-second three-pointer against the Celtics to win the game for the Mavericks, and Johnson was quick to note that shots like that prove why he's a once-in-a-lifetime player. And at the time, an MVP candidate. And while not meant to be taken seriously, he too has gotten on the bandwagon of trying to go and lure Luka away to another team. In this case, the Lakers. That's gotten Magic in trouble in the past, but it's all good fun here. We hope. Oh, and Magic was also very positive to the comparisons between his gameplay style and Luka's, in terms of them going and controlling the floor in the same way. Number 2, Reggie Miller.
That comes with the territory of being, here you go. I'm going to say it. One of the top 5 players.
Arguably one of the most underrated players of his era, despite his phenomenal play, Reggie Miller was known for his dagger-like three-point shooting ability and his incredible trash talk ability. And when it comes to Luka Doncic, he's never afraid to go and heap praise on him. He's already gone on record and said that he stacks up already to certain legends of the game, and even went on to state that he'll be one of the faces of the NBA for the next 10 years. Which is another statement that would agree with, as he is very much the next generation of all-star that'll lift the game up after certain players have retired. Number 1, Paul Pierce.
I mean, he's been a pro before he got to the NBA for multiple years, so he's stepping into a situation like, I'm used to this. I've been playing against grown men since he was probably like 12, 13 years old. And Luka, in my eyes, is one of the top 5 most talented players in the league right now.
Paul Pierce is a guy who knew how to score and run the court the way he wanted. That's why when he was in the Boston 3 party, he was the guy leading the way to victory in many senses. And he thinks that Luka has those kind of skills right now, even stating that Luka is probably the most skilled player in the NBA, which is nuts in some fashion when you consider that Steph Curry and LeBron James are still playing. He even compared some of Luka's skills to what Pierce had when he was in the NBA. Make of that what you will. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at Luka Doncic and how he has already gotten NBA legends to talk about him and bask in his glory despite only being in the 3rd year of the NBA? Do you think that by the time he's done playing, he'll be an all-time great legend like some of the men talking about him? What do you think his true ceiling is? When will he get that NBA title in your mind? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.